The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Down. 50. Plant.
15. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Oh, he slipped right by him. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You ready? 61. Matchbox lights.
What tight end? 4 down.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 40.
Hit it.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
30 base.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out left to Anderson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job. And he's in! Touchdown, Jets! David Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carry that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
Johnson odds poke free. Football's out. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Got it.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Johnson, and he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off. We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing his lock on third down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bay Bay, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. And he's into the clear. 30, 20, 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. To try again after the sack. Tannehill going right side here, and that's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A reminder reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They look to throw. It's Locke. And some room to roam now. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, my 7. You're out.
Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he will find Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Locke going to throw. Throw to the right, taken in by Hurd. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 5.
Locke now on first down. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill over the middle. It's Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line.
Block now on first down. Dancing to his left. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play. On third down, Johnson. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They run. It's Johnson. And he loses the football a second time. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 logo. Hey, Hayward.
On first down, Locke. And he'll spot Hurd open left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Ooh, the juke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Off play action, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down.
Go, go. Step.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. To throw it is Locke. Catch is made by Hurd. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
50, plant. Hey, let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Again, it's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing now is Locke. His throw caught right around the 6.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now it's Smith, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
With the score, Dolphins 23, Jets 21.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
It's a turnover on down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Down. 90, Wolf. General West.
Check 26, check 26.
Hey, Wahoo. Let's go. Ready?
A shotgun snap for Tannehill, and he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
15's the mic. I got 15.
Dolphins going on 4th. It's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Bird. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Williams loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Tannehill. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing again is Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Locke going to throw, and that is incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Let's go, baby.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now Tannehill. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 25. Hey, box truck.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Ready.
Locke to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set, ready? 60 or. 5.
To throw is Locke. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The quick slant caught. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. It's going to be a 19-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Break. Hey, exit.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Miami, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.